Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the guide, and I am excited about today's episode because the Mounts of Mayhem update has released. Some of you have probably been playing it for several days now, and while we will in time go over all of the features, this particular episode, there's one feature that I was excited about more than all others that we're going to go over, and that feature has to do with a new mob underwater called the Nautilus. We're going to do water caving today, and I think it's going to be quite eventful, but we're going to actually have to try that out. So we're going to actually need to get some things before we can just get a underwater Nautilus. We're going to have to do some stuff. And one of the first things I need to do is get pufferfish. And the reason that we need pufferfish is we do need to tame the Nautilus to be able to ride it. You can go to a coral reef biome and just scoop up a pufferfish in a bucket if you want to. That is not the easy way to do it, though. The easy way will just be to go fishing. To go fishing, though, we need some string. And that's all the string that I have. So I believe what I'm going to have to do is get a sword, wait for it to turn daytime, and we're going to have to kill some spiders to get some string. And actually, you know what we're going to do? I'm gonna change gears a little bit here. We are going to use another new thing that just came in with this update. It's a new weapon that was added called the spear. The spear is not too different from the sword in terms of how much damage it does. It's not immensely better or worse. It has a lot of the same enchantments. We'll go over those things later on. But the big things with the spear are in its natural base form. You can right click to poke things with it. That is your attack. You can't spam attack it like the sword, so you cannot hit things as quickly. And if you hold for me, it's left click. For you guys, it's probably right click because I changed my buttons around. So for me, if I hold the left click button down, it lowers my spear. The longer you hold it, you'll see the spear will start to shake and then will eventually dip downwards. There we go, just like that. And this spear has 3 different phases to it. The down phase will do damage to the enemy, it will knock the enemy backwards, and it will dismount them if they're on a mount. The second stage, the wobbly stage, will just not dismount them, and the third stage will only do damage. Now, the cool thing about how this works is it does damage based on how fast you and the mob that you're hitting are moving towards each other. The faster you're going towards a mob when you cross paths with it with the spear, the more damage that is done to it, which is really cool. It makes it very nice if you are mounted on a horse, especially a fast one. And, there's other ways you can use it too. When you're falling down, you move kind of quickly. If you jump off of something, you're moving a little bit faster. There's a few things that can make it a little bit better and stronger to use. But today we don't really have a horse or anything like that to ride, so we will just be killing stuff with it. I'm probably also, just in case I don't like to use the spear quite as much because I haven't used it a lot personally, we'll craft up a sword to bring with us as well, so we can do either one. So for now, what I'm going to do is wait for it to turn nighttime, and we're going to go spider hunting. Oh wow, look. It's one of the new mobs. It's a zombie riding on a zombie horse. It's our first time seeing this. Let's see if I can defeat him or not. Oh gosh. Ow. Okay, I don't like this. How fast is he? That was actually really scary. I'm gonna try to fight him with the sword because I can just do that better. This dude's gonna kick my butt. This is kind of fun though. This zombie horse unfortunately is probably going to die as well. It is what it is. Oh god, what got me that time? Oh man, okay. So this is new info for you guys that go out at night. Do not fight the zombie horses. I repeat, do not fight the mounted zombies on zombie horses. They will absolutely destroy you. Oh god, that hurts really bad. Oh man. Okay, that's kind of wild. Oh, look. A zombie horse that doesn't have a rider. All right, I've got what I've needed, and I walked so you guys could run. Oh my gosh, that was kind of wild. Do not fight the spear dudes unless you're well equipped. They are quite dangerous. In any event, what I need to do is get a few sticks here. I'll just grab a stack of them, whatever, it's fine. And really we just need to make one fishing rod. So we're gonna make the fishing rod. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably go over fishing mechanics some point in the near-ish future. Like we'll actually like go completely over fishing and how it all works and all that stuff. But for now, we're going to take our where is it? Our fishing rod. I'm actually going to repair these bows. I don't remember if I showed that you can do this or not. If you take two items that are unenchanted and put them in a crafting table together, it will repair them. It'll combine them into one item that has even more durability than the two that you put in. So that's kind of nice. That's kind of cool. Anyways, I think I'm going to put the spear away for now. The zombies and such did a lot of damage to me with it. But in terms of me, the player, doing damage to other mobs, generally the sword just kills stuff way faster. So I, at the very least, am going to stick with that. So now that we have our fishing rod, we need to go fishing. But we do need some water to fish from. And actually, a rainy day is a good time to go fishing. I'm a little scared. I shouldn't take any damage from this, but I'm going to be a little cautious here. And really we just need some like land to stand on. If I can find such a thing. This should do the trick. Stand right here, and we're going to cast our fishing rod into the water, and we're going to wait for little bubbles to appear right there. And when it pulls the bobber down, we just click the button to pull our rod back in. And I'm going to sit here and get some puffer fish this way. I guess I'll get a few. I don't know how many we're going to need to tame. It could be a random amount, kind of like horses work when you get on them or whatever. So I missed that one. So yeah, that's the plan. Today's video sponsor, eWin, has been a literal life changer for me, and I'm excited to share their gaming chairs with you. I got my first eWin gaming chair about 2.5 years ago to replace a $400 office chair I had been using. This office chair was always uncomfortable after sitting in it for a couple of hours, and by the end of a long day of making content, my back was always in a whole lot of pain. Since getting my eWin gaming chair, my back pains have gone away, and I can even sit here for 15-hour days during a 20+ day streamathon without any discomfort. Not only that, but these chairs are heavy, sturdy, and they're built to last. In the 2.5 years of using my chair for thousands upon thousands of hours, it shows literally zero signs of wear. The cushions feel as good as they did early on, and visibly there is no wear to the chair at all. It looks brand new. I like them so much I've actually gotten them for both of my kids to use, and they love them as well. When you go to the eWin website with my link below and use code PROWL, you will get 25% off of your purchase. There are 4 different series that you can look through. Mine is the Champion series with several different designs and colors to choose from. Again, use the link below and code PROWL at checkout and enjoy your new, comfy, and reliable gaming chair with 25% off. We got ourselves a lot, but not a lot of useful things. We got a bunch of cod and a bunch of salmon. We can cook this for food. That'll be good. And a bunch of like miscellaneous things. There was one really good thing that we got though, a saddle, which I was going to craft, but I don't have to craft it now because we found one. But I will show you that you can craft saddles now. This did not used to be the case. I think I can sleep. Nope, not yet. And we only got 2 puffer fish, so I guess we're going to see if that's going to be enough or not. I truly don't know. We also got some leather boots. I'm going to throw these in here, and we'll just throw the other miscellaneous things in this chest for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go out, and we're going to see if we can find a Nautilus. I did want to show you this. The saddle can be crafted now. 3 pieces of leather and 1 iron ingot. I actually only have 2 pieces of leather on me, but since we found a saddle already, I think we're fine. I'm not going to worry too much about it. We are also going to need to make a lead that used to actually require that you use slime. It does not anymore. So we're going to make actually 2 leads because it crafts 2 at a time. We'll throw our string back in here. And I probably want something to attach the lead to, just in case I need to leave the Nautilus down there, which obviously I probably will. So I'm going to grab some sticks and grab some planks and just craft myself a oak fence. I think will be good. And now we go on the hunt for Nautilus. I finally found one. This little dude took so long to get. He's moving so fast. Is this a full size one? Is this a baby? I think this is a baby one. If it's a baby, he's gonna eat my little thing. Yeah, there's no way I ride that, right? This is super cool, but at the same time, oh, come here. Okay. That's really interesting. Anyways, it's super cool. We found a baby one, and he can and will eventually grow to an adult, I assume. But unfortunately, we can't ride him. So I've already been looking for like 10, 15 minutes. That's the first one that I've seen, and I guess I'm gonna have to look a lot longer. Okay, after a lot of hard work, I kind of found a Nautilus. This was the baby one that we found earlier on, and I looked and looked and looked. I don't know how many days have gone by in game, but I've looked a decent amount, and I couldn't find one. So I came back to the baby, which got lost, but I found it, and I fed it my 2 puffer fish that I had, and it grew it into an adult. I don't know if feeding it tamed it, though. I'm thinking it probably didn't. No, I cannot put a saddle on it yet. So I'm going to fish a little bit more, get some more puffer fish to tame it, and then we will be able to give it a ride, and we're going to do some water caving. Now, for you trying to find a Nautilus, here's the important thing to know. They can appear in any ocean biome, and they appear or spawn between levels 58 and 38, the Y level, the middle number there in the coordinates. Between 58 and 38 is where they can spawn. They usually spawn in groups of 2 or 3. This one was a baby that seemingly spawned by itself. And at least as far as I can tell from what we did, they're not incredibly common. You're not going to see them all over the place, so you may have to do some looking around. So I'm going to do my fishing and get this guy tamed, and then we're gonna go. Also, when I was looking around, I see it back there. There's an ocean monument back there. We won't be messing with that for a while, but it's super exciting that we have one close by. Oh my gosh. I just fished up a fishing rod, and it has Unbreaking 3, Luck of the Sea 3, Lure 3, and Mending. This is a maxed out perfect fishing rod. This is absolutely insane. This is my 4th cast since I left you guys. Holy crap. So we're gonna do enchantment stuff later on, but just so you know, Unbreaking means that your thing that you have, your item, is going to take less durability loss, or take durability loss less often. Just means it takes longer to break, basically. Luck of the Sea is an enchantment that makes you pull up more treasures when you fish, like enchanted books and other things, fishing rods, stuff like that. And then Lure means that you catch fish more frequently. They come to bite your bobber more frequently, so you just catch more. And then Mending means every time that I get experience points, XP, it will actually repair my fishing rod for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm kind of scared by how low this bar is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish up something with this, and then when I catch something like this, I'm going to instantly switch over a couple of times here to this rod. Actually, the fact that I can see a little bit there makes me feel good, but I'm still kind of scared. So I think I'm gonna do this a couple times. This is really, really good because you can actually get some really good things from fishing. And yeah, I mean, just, yes, this is great. Oh, hello. This is great news. Okay, we'll be back. All right, I think I've gotten prepared. I wanted to prep a little bit. So we have a saddle. We have food, I brought a blast furnace, which will, I can't remember if we went over this before or not, but basically it smelts ores, copper, iron, that kind of thing, 2 times faster than a regular furnace does. So basically it's like 2 furnaces. I don't know if I'll need it or not, but hey, we have a bundle, so it doesn't really take up a whole lot of space. I'm gonna bring some iron blocks with me, so that way if I feel like I need to have some iron for making a new pickaxe or something like that, super easy. I could just make it, not a big deal at all. And I brought some wood so I can craft that down into sticks. I think I was going to steal a little bit of coal. Looks like this guy right here has a little bit of extra. And I'm just going to steal a little bit out of here. We can always replace it. And again, for the coal, I'm going to craft that down into coal blocks so it also takes up less space. Bam, I can throw that in my bundle. Are you starting to see the importance of having bundles? They are very, very, very nice to have. I can store all the stuff in here, although we're going to probably use this to tame our pufferfish. And I think we're good. Let me top off the rest of my food. And we're going to Geronimo on down here. Ooh, imagine I landed on that boat and died. That'd been terrible. And let's see if we can tame this guy. So, hello? Oh, okay. I can ride him. And then I can pull up his inventory. And bam. Now he has a saddle. And I can ride him around. I need to... How do I do this? Okay. Kind of hard to see when you go up and down a lot, especially in vibrant visuals. Also, the... this shield is like really high. I think I'm going to unequip this. Oh, you know what else I forgot to do? Come here, dude. Come here, little dude. I kind of forgot something. I need, I guess we'll probably craft it. I need a fence gate or a fence. That way, if I have to get off of him for some reason, I really don't want him to get away. So actually I'm going to take my wood out of here. We're going to have to use some of it already. We're going to craft that. We're going to craft this. And I accidentally crafted the wrong thing. Whoopsie. There we go. Fences. All right. So we'll throw this in. We'll throw this in. We'll throw these in. I'll take them out if and when I need them. The shield I could put off to the side. I could put all of this in here. And I think we're good to go. And let's actually talk about how this guy functions. So the coolest thing about him is that when you go underwater, you do not lose air bubbles. But here's the thing. You also do not gain air bubbles back. So if I get off of him by hitting the crouch button, you see my air bubbles appear. When I get back on, the air bubbles don't come back. They just pause. So you do have to still kind of be a little bit careful. You have to be a little bit careful. He's not going to save you from everything. Number 2, you're going to see this little dash bar if I hit the jump button like this. If I hold it down, I get this like really quick dash with him, which is really cool. So the Nautilus is actually pretty fast underwater. So that's good. We like that. And now the biggest thing I'm going to do, the main thing that I wanted to do, was I wanted to look for some underwater caves. Now I want to try to be a little bit careful. I don't want to get caught down in an area where maybe the water ends and my Nautilus like plops out and dies or something crazy like that. But essentially what I'm going to do is just explore. And if we can, what we really want to do more than anything is we want to get kind of deep. It's kind of dark here, so maybe I'm not going to go into these ones that are more in the wall. And instead what I may do is try to go into some type of a more like hole down into the ground. Oh, and let's also do this too. I think it's a little bit easier to see underwater with vibrant visuals off, maybe. So let me try that really quick. I do think, yes, it's less pretty, but everything's a little bit more visible. So we're going to do this, and we're going to get all of the like really cool ores that we have not already gotten before. Here's a little issue though. As you can see, it's taken me a while to break things. You mine a lot slower. Oh gosh. You mine quite a bit slower when you're riding something and these dolphins keep bumping, which is really annoying. But we should be able to ditch the dolphins here pretty soon as we go down. So I'm going to show you once we like get to a little bit more for the ores in a little bit that makes it a little bit easier. So let's work our way down and I'll show you some cool caving tips for underwater. So here's one really good and super duper simple caving tip. Okay, are you ready for it? Just go ahead and pop yourself a little hole right here to stick your head up into. Also, whenever you get off of your Nautilus, grab your lead, attach it, so that way it doesn't get away. Now when I need air bubbles, I can just pop up here. And the little tip I have for you is, if you're not floating in the water, but instead you go all the way down to the bottom and then you mine things, you don't mine as fast as you do when you're above water, but you mine much faster than when you're riding the Nautilus. So this is a great way to just like get a little bit more efficient, mine things a little bit faster to get those ores. Okay, look. Oh man. We just found a big issue, or what could be a big issue. So I just popped this hole in the ground right here and I can see flowing water, which means that this is actually a regular cave down below. Also means if my Nautilus goes down in there, it's probably it's either gonna die or it's gonna get trapped, one of the two. So we want to keep our Nautilus away from there. I'm gonna go ahead and detach the lead from him, hop back on him, and we're gonna go further looking and see if we can't get way down into deep slate levels, because that's where a lot of our prizes are going to be. Okay, I have another pro tip for you. Are you ready for this? This one's actually going to make things potentially even easier. I think we went over these in a previous episode, but we're going to go over it again. I'm going to get this. This is a magma block. I may even go ahead and get a couple of them. And we're going to, oh man, they're going to stay floating down on the bottom, aren't they? That's okay. Oh, here we go. I have this one. So if you place down a magma block and you crouch on top of it, there we go. You hear that like bubbly effect and you see I'm not losing air. And when you crouch, you don't take damage. So really good way to refill your air bubbles underwater while also allowing you to mine things faster. This may be the best, most efficient method. All right, I'm gonna grab that and we're gonna test it out here. Let me see if I can find a good grouping of ore that I feel like I wanna get. Let's say this ore right here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this down here. I really don't want him to go away, so let's lasso him. And then let's crouch on top of our block right here. See, we're getting our air bubbles back. We have our Nautilus attached. Now while crouching, I can sit here. I can mine up all of my ore from one location. And then when I finish, I will pick my magma block back up. I will pick my ores up and I will get back onto my Nautilus. Also, you're gonna have to be careful with your Nautilus. Mine right there, he did just get himself into that magma block for a little bit. That's where it is good to have some pufferfish on you when you go down, like I do right now, because I can hop off of him really quick and feed him a pufferfish, get back on, and you see it's restored some of his health. Okay, in any event, we're going to continue because iron, not super hard to get in everywhere really. Gold also a little bit harder to get, but at least at this stage of the game, we don't need as much of it. But there is something that I do want, and we're going to want to go deeper to find it. I just had a drowned almost kill my Nautilus. I'm gonna probably have to try to get away from this area a little bit. Okay, I fed him all the pufferfish I had. I was gonna try to show you guys that sunken ship, saying that this is another like good thing about the Nautilus is you can pretty easily go down into even deep sunken ships early in the game and not risk drowning by getting the treasure inside of the sunken ship. Most sunken ships have one, if not two treasures. But yeah, you put yourself at a lot of risk to have your your Nautilus killed by trident wheeling drowned if you're not careful. So definitely be careful. I will say this, I'm learning one thing here. One of the things I was most excited about with the Nautilus was to go water caving. I planned this whole episode around it, and we'll still get something out of it, I'm sure. But there's so many issues with the use of this Nautilus that really make it hard. For one, like if I want to keep my eye down on like the ocean floor, the Nautilus moves whichever direction you point. So like I can't look down, but keep my Nautilus up to make it like really easy to just like look down at the floor from a higher angle. So that kind of sucks. Also, a lot of times when I go through like narrow areas, I have stuff like this happen where I go in and out of a block and it resets my vision. Kind of like flashbangs you for about 5-6 seconds. Makes it kind of hard to continuously travel through. And this one we already touched on, and I've shown you ways around, but honestly, whereas it would be really fun to go down through here and get all this copper and get all this coal, like and get all this iron. There's so many ores here. It's going to take so long to do to get off of my Nautilus, place down the magma block, and hope my Nautilus doesn't go somewhere where I can't find it. Or I put the lead on it, but then it keeps going over top of the magma block itself and getting damaged and possibly dying, at which point it's going to take me forever to find another Nautilus again. So just some flaws I'm seeing with it. I love the overall idea of it, and I would love it to serve this really cool purpose of coming underwater and getting all of these ores. And getting ores underwater will become faster over time once you get an enchantment called Aqua Affinity, once you get yourself a diamond pickaxe, once you get yourself efficiency 5 enchantment. But at that point, the use of the Nautilus becomes more end game. By the time it becomes efficient for you to actually use the Nautilus underwater, you don't really need a lot of the stuff that you would be using the Nautilus to get. So you may do it for fun, like, hey, let me see what I can find caving underwater, but you wouldn't really be using it anymore because you need to get all of this cool stuff underwater. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's kind of my feeling of it right now. Is there's so much I want to do with it, but disappointingly so, I don't feel like I can do any of the things with it that I would like. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me on that, but that's just the feeling that I get when I use it. All right, so generally speaking, unfortunately, the Nautilus underwater mining didn't really work out how I wanted it to. I really wanted it to work. So instead, what we're gonna do is next episode, we're gonna go way down underground, and I'm gonna show you guys the best way to find diamonds in the early game. This tip you could do within the first couple hours of starting your world and have all of the diamonds you're ever going to need if you're willing to spend maybe a couple hours or so down under the ground. So can't wait for that one. I'll catch you then. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you would like to support the channel, click the like button on this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video release. You can also support the channel by becoming a channel member for as low as $5 a month, which will also get you access to my members only servers, emotes that you can use in video comments and in stream chat, and a lot more. If you found this video especially helpful, you can also leave a tip with the super thanks button and a message letting me know why you found it so helpful. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.